Hey guys, it's MoistFurburger or Movie Vest here to do a review of the Blair Witch Project. Paranormal Activity. So yeah, the obvious connection here to the Blair Witch Project. Paranormal Activity is a less cool version of the Blair Witch Project. Now, I say cool because it wasn't that good. The Blair Witch Project, that is. And let's just say Paranormal Activity was a worse version of it. You see, what the Blair Witch Project did to actually make this thing cool was they actually had a story behind it. They had websites put up, they had things going on the internet to promote their movie, saying this thing was actually real. So let's get my opinion on horror films first. So, I love horror films, and I watch them in the dark, late at night, with no one in the room, because that's how you enjoy a horror film. So of course it would be unfair to do that. So, I did that with this movie. And, well, I wasn't that scared. I'm not trying to be a dick and say, oh, I wasn't scared at all, I'm a man, I'm 40. What I'm saying is, it was all jump thrills and horror shots, weird things getting thrown at you, and it was all just jump stuff, and that doesn't, make a horror film very good. The actors weren't professional. I mean, they were okay, because I guess they were supposed to play real people, so I guess it worked out well, because it was the home movie thing going on with the camera. But that was a weird, do you guys see that weird freaking looking camera? And what pissed me off about that camera was the mic had a shadow on everything. I realized, anyway, so let's get actually started. So the movie starts out where you're with you're with a couple, and kind of them doing stuff. He bought a camera, a nice one, an ugly one. But, then you hear about these paranormal events start happening. Then you see this, I guess, demon that makes, AC condenser noises, or, they just, rub their microphone on things and make horror noises, I guess. And you never actually see this thing, kind of like a low-budget movie. And they wake up every day at 6:14? They set their alarm for 6:14. And then you see what happened overnight, and either she, stands up and then walks away, or stands up, walks away, then screams, or stands up and gets back in bed. A lot of the time you're just seeing them be nervous and complain about this thing and argue about whether they should call somebody, or the douchebag boyfriend does it himself. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil the ending because there's no plot really at all. Okay, so you get to the end, and then she does a normal routine where she gets out of the bed, stares at him for a long time. Just like old times where you get to watch her stand up for 3 minutes and do nothing. Then you get to finally fast forward and she walks out of the room. You hear her scream, and then he goes down there. He screams. They both scream, and there's no noise. Then you get to watch their empty bedroom for another 3 minutes. Oh, that was the best part of the movie. Then you're sitting there. I hear them rubbing their microphone on random things again. So okay, here it goes. And something's gonna jump out because I've been looking at this freaking bedroom for 3 minutes. So nothing in the movie was even the jump horror was predictable. And you can't have jump horror predictable. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so that the guy or the girl, whatever thing, gets thrown at the camera and by the girlfriend, and then apparently she bites him. Yeah, she bites him, and then that's about it. Then you see they found her body. And then Micah was nowhere to be found. In my opinion, it was a weak plot. Like I said, not very strong. Even for a horror film, it wasn't scary, so it didn't fulfill the role of actually being horrifying. And it had no psychological horror. It wasn't a horror film. There were a few jumpy moments. Honestly, I was more scared from District 9. So I didn't like it. It wasn't that good. It wasn't super bad. There wasn't anything wrong with it. I give it a 7 out of 10, I guess. Go see it if you haven't, because, like I said, I think everyone enjoyed it. Because when the movie first came out, I heard about it every day. So I watched it. Then I'm everyone talking about that weird scene where she gets dragged out of bed, and I'm okay, oh, this is the scene. Wait, people were crying about this? This isn't even scary. She's slowly being, not she's being pushed out. She's slowly being dragged. And she didn't scream until halfway through. It wasn't horrifying at all. It was just what's happening here? And it wasn't scary. I don't think anyone else did. Whatever. I'll be proven wrong and look like an idiot. So, signing off you guys, it's Movie Vest or MoistFurburger. Peace off.